Hello and welcome to the Vail Dailies on the Hill. I'm your host, John Lacan, excited to be joined by Joe Neguse, former regent for Colorado District 2, right?
District 2, yeah.
Jared Polis's district.
Yes, sir.
And now you're running for his seat.
I am.
Most recently you were in the governor's cabinet.
That's right. For 2 years was serving in Governor Hickenlooper's cabinet running our state's consumer protection agency.
We're out here on the North Trail right now in the Buffer Creek area. Kind of gives us a good opportunity to talk about some of the outdoor issues that you're going to be hoping to pick up where Mr. Polis left off.
Definitely.
Is that right?
That's right.
Talk about a few of those.
Well, the first thing I would say is, as I said before, this is the coolest interview I've ever done. And to be able to spend my Sunday afternoon here on the trail in Eagle County reminds me, in many ways, why I decided to run for Congress in the first place. We're
Cool.
just really lucky to live in the most beautiful congressional district in the entire country. And when you think of the national forests and the public lands here in the second, whether it's in Eagle or Summit or out north, out in Larimer County and Estes Park, again, just some of the most beautiful country in the United States is right here at home. So it's great to be with you and be able to spend some time hiking. Plus, I get to learn firsthand how it is hiking with a 2-year-old.
That's right. Yeah, almost two.
Almost
right,
two.
because you have one on the way.
That's right. My wife and I are having our first child, daughter, in 2 weeks. So excited to be able to take her on these trails.
Yeah, this area we're in right now, yeah, this is White River National Forest. It's it sees the most users of any national forest in the country.
Yeah.
And I know, Mr. Polis has kind of given you his full support. He's not rerunning, creating this opportunity for you to run. Has he talked to you a bit about, things that he started that he wants to make sure you sort of help fulfill?
I think our congressman has done a phenomenal job representing this district for the last almost better part of a decade. I had a unique opportunity to work with him as a regent on various public policy issues, and of course I'm very excited at his transition as we work to make sure that he becomes our next governor. So very big shoes to fill, and excited to be able to have the opportunity to potentially to fill those shoes. And of course, his priorities are very similar to mine, and a great example of that is, of course, his work on public lands. Just a few days ago I believe the congressman was up here around his Continental Divide Wilderness and Campaign Legacy Act bill, which is an incredibly important piece of legislation, and a piece of legislation that I've made very clear at the outset of this campaign over a year ago, that would be something that I would love to be able to pick up the baton and carry it through the Congress and get it enacted into law, because I think it's critically important when you think about the 90,000 acres of land, of wild lands, and here in Eagle and in Summit County that'll be protected by virtue of that legislation.
This show we're doing on the Hill, it's it's a recreation show, and when we had him on the show talking about that bill, he kind of made sure to stress that recreation was a key component of that. They had struck a good balance, he felt like.
Well, and he did the hard work that I think we are sorely missing right now in Washington, which is governing. Right? I mean, working with stakeholders here in Eagle County and in Summit County, folks from a variety of different political interests, right, and different communities, to try to strike the right balance. And you think did that with much success in reaching a compromise around legislation that I think will do the greatest good for the greatest number of people. So I think this is emblematic of just Colorado's approach in general. Having grown up here, there is a sense of community.
Right.
All right. That at the end of the day, irrespective of political party, you're working with folks who are your neighbors, and fundamentally we might disagree on some things, but we generally want all the same things, right? I mean, we want to be able to earn a living wage and be able to send our kids to good schools and be able to take them on a hike on a Sunday afternoon and show them the trails that we've been so lucky to have enjoyed.
Run us down. What are some of your activities you like to do outside in Colorado?
So my wife and I ski, she snowboards, we both bike, we love running, and then of course I play a lot of basketball. So do that outdoors when the weather is right.
Yeah.
But otherwise we'll be at the local Y playing intramural games.
A piece of advice?
Yeah.
One of these backpacks here can work on the job,
right?
Can carry the little gal with you wherever you go.
Seems to be working well.
You're gonna need it. Maybe we ought to have you carry them for the walk back to get you used to it. Yeah. The timing of your baby coming right in the heat of the campaign, I'm sure the stress level is little high right now, but seems like you're hanging in there pretty well.
You know, we probably won't be getting a lot of sleep, but my wife and I are both over the moon and so excited. And you know, it also kind of crystallizes why the race is so important. I mean, to me, it kind of gives lends a seriousness, I guess, to the work and the task ahead if I'm fortunate enough to represent this district in Congress.
Well, can't thank you enough for coming on the hill.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is my pleasure.
Yeah, pretty fun.
Yeah,
we'll kind of finish out the hike here and
yeah.
also thank the viewer for tuning in. It's been another episode of the Vail Dailies on the Hill.
And
Joe
if you haven't been on this
Neguse.
trail, I'd encourage you to come.
Yeah, North Trail in Vail, can't beat it. It was big collaboration with the Forest Service to make this one happen back in the 90s. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks so much to you, the viewer. Joe Neguse and John LeConte signing off. We'll see you later.